All right. Hey, hello. Welcome to the live stream. We've got Scavenger with the light switch flipping YouTubers. Okay.
What's going on, AMC? Sunday night. Actually, it's Sunday afternoon, but it's going to be Sunday night soon. Afternoons and nights kind of feel the same now, if we're being honest. But listen, I just wanted to come in here on Sunday and, obviously tomorrow, Monday again, we're back into the reality of the market. I was on Twitter today and courtesy of Unusual Ape is his name on Twitter. He's actually a pretty bullish on AMC all the time. So there's a couple people on Twitter I constantly watch and, just kind of follow everything. Obviously, I don't make my decisions off of what they post on Twitter, but it's definitely entertaining. And there's a lot of trust in what those people post on Twitter for sure. In accordance to the way I think. But he posted some screenshots today of a YouTuber out there flipping like a light switch again and saying, obviously we just had that tweet last week from Aron stating that, the pounce is going to happen on these earnings coming up, Q2 earnings, which is in August. And now we have YouTubers out here talking about, well, if nothing happens and they don't pounce and they're moving on from AMC. It's like, I think this is where, listen, my channel's not about bashing other AMC YouTubers, but here's where I'm going to put in.
Mine is. But hey, is he going to say this is where the real apes get separated from the fake apes? Kind of sounds like that's where he's going with this to me. But and I love too how this whole pounce thing, like maybe the earnings are the pounce, right? Maybe he's saying the earnings are going to be so good that it's going to be tantamount to pouncing on the short sellers. I don't know, but I like everything. It's read into way too much and it's overblown. Hi, Model 3 dude.
And the truth and honest
Manuel could have used you the other day in Telegram. He was calling for you.
feedback, okay, on this channel and the way I feel about this. You guys have to remember something. 6 months ago, a year ago, these exact YouTubers that are getting so impatient now and getting so pissed off that this squeeze isn't happening in the timely fashion that they want it to happen with. Like here's the deal. We know, okay, that shit is fucked up, okay? We know that there is corruption going on. We know there's manipulative bullshit going on within the AMC community and stock. But here's the deal. We've known that, okay? This can't go on forever, and we know that. Is it happening? Like, there's people out there that have made so much money off of our community, right? Like, instead of taking those YouTube earnings and donating them to people that are losing their house and people that, can't make it in this world and can't battle the inflation that's taking place in our country. They took all the money from these people that literally want to change their life, okay? There's people out there that are in AMC to change their life. They've lived in a life where they have never been able to go on vacations or have never been able to, provide a house for their family with a backyard that their dog can run around in. Like, and you have scumbags on this platform who fucking stole money from you.
Money.
Like,
what?
There's a reason YouTubers go live. Like, let's be real here, guys, okay? I'm honest and I get it, okay? YouTube making money, like, I totally understand, but there's a reason you have YouTubers that post videos. And there's a reason why you have YouTubers that post videos and go live with super chats on, because guess what? Videos only make so much money, but when you can go live and have people coming in and dropping 20 bombs and stuff, like,
oh, that would be nice.
And they made their money off you. And it's easy for them to sit there and get impatient and go, you know what? I'm moving on from this play if it doesn't do what I want, because they made their millions on YouTube. I mean, it's truly pathetic, okay? This shows you that they were never here for a play. They're here because
Model
like
3,
these
dude.
people have no these people
Oh my
have
God.
no discipline, okay? These
Oh,
people have never truly understood what it's like to live a life where you actually have to work and
who is he
you know,
talking about?
you actually have
Is he talking about
we're not even
hedgies,
going
or
to go
is
there,
he talking about
okay?
the hedgies, or is he talking about other YouTubers that cashed in on the apes? Like, what does that have to do with them growing up, in a poor household? Um, he probably bought out all of the Revlon on clearance at Walmart.
But the reality is the YouTubers once again are flipping like a light switch, and it's so irritating
Which
because
YouTubers is he talking
you
about, by the
cannot
way? Like he didn't identify which ones he's talking about. So one thing is for damn sure. One thing is for goddamn sure. Let me find it. Shart the VIX is not flipping like a light switch. He is still talking about a goddamn massive gamma squeeze potential and hedge funds bleeding out. So we know it's not Shart the VIX. It's not the creative investor. He says, get ready, apes. I saw something up here too. It talked about a gamma squeeze, I think. Yeah, AMC gamma squeeze, AMC stock. So it's not those two. She'll Talk Daily saying a forced stock split. Forced. Who? Forced? Okay. It's not lottery stocks because he says January 28th is back. Like, no, it's not. Not even close. Finance, whatever. B. Hayes, he said one of his other videos from yesterday, I think, next week we rock it. Next week we rock it, okay? And then he says $20. So that's $20 is rocketing at this point, I guess. So it's not him. TMI, well, we know it's not going to be. He's not ever going to change, probably. Benji, no. Kiev Angelo, no. Who the hell is he talking about? Free from it all. Okay. SEC commissioner to cancel MOASS. Coles, no. New Wyckoff mine NFT code cracked. Oh, that's wonderful. We may have to check that out. I mean, all I see is the same shit.
not allow somebody with that much impatience. Okay, 2 years isn't that long, all right? The magnitude and size of this play, if we could all see it right now
Talking
in a
about the
crystal
Kansas
ball,
City
how big
5.
it's really going to be.
Did Trey go back on? Did he? I thought he had the breakout scenarios. I thought. Come on. Max Payne. Yeah, and really it was Matt Coles. He was the one who made $500,000 on super chats. Just a little diversion here, I guess.
Today, I took a poll in my live stream and I asked,
Oh,
how
here
many
we
people
go. This is scientific research. He took a poll in his live stream.
can confidently say they know what Max Payne is? Max Payne is regarding options, calls and puts, right? I'm going to break this down in a simple way so you can all go home and enjoy your weekend. Watch this. Max Pain equals price or most call
Why
and
does he
put
sound particularly cartoonish today? Max Payne.
contracts go to zero. Max Pain also equals manipulated by market makers to collect the most money possible. Market makers like to collect premium. That's how they make money. Max Pain is
I bet that's how you're making money these days. Huh? Selling options.
they can collect the most premium. That's it.
Wow, that was pathetic. Okay. So it's probably, I don't know if it's Trey, but I mean, the only people that I know that are saying what Scavenger is saying here. Well, actually, I think it's only Teddy Zane. He says if Redbox doesn't squeeze, AMC won't squeeze. And he says if AMC doesn't squeeze by the end of July, then he's out. Right? So, but that's not the same thing as saying that it's not going to. You know, splitting hairs, but okay. So at 6 o'clock, we'll pop over to the futures and see what the hell happens there. We have earnings starting this week, so Thursday and Friday have some heavy hitters.
I feel real bad.
Shut up. And it seems like Teddy Zane wants to go all in on a DWAC Trump bullshit. I'm loading DWAC. DWAC parabolic. Monday will be fucking insane. Records will be set. Get ready to take profit. Well, it's probably true. Get ready to take profit part. Rant. Oh snap, I said it. Watch before it gets pulled. It didn't get pulled. So I think he's the only one. Besides, maybe some other minor characters like myself. But that's not who he's talking about.
You wouldn't have YouTubers out there shilling like they do today. And I'm so sick and tired because, like, here's the deal. I'm one of those people.
Well, it did last Friday in after hours. But I mean, first of all, it's not a done deal either way. Like, Twitter is going to try to enforce the contract. Who knows what'll happen there? But like, it's not a done deal. Also, I saw the DWAC surge in after hours on Friday. They're not anywhere close to being competitors. Like, they are not even, they're not in the same league. They're not playing the same sport even. So it's just interesting. It seemed like it was just one of those stupid Wall Street things. News is news, but see, the problem is, and you're right, but now you have everybody, Antoinette, who thinks that it's going to continue going up. So maybe it will, or it could be a buy the rumor, sell the news situation. I don't think it's going up personally. But I've certainly been wrong a lot. So who knows? But I just, anyway. Teddy Zane is the only one that I know who's like a light switch here.
We built a trust towards these YouTubers, and not in the way where we do everything that they tell us.
You also have
do.
a massive overhead supply problem in DWAC. Just as information. So, I mean, yeah, you had, we'll see.
But we built a trust because we emotionally connected to these YouTubers, okay? And when you have
That was a bad
somebody
thing
that
to
you
do.
watch and you emotionally trusted their information and the things that they tell you, and all of a sudden they flip like a light switch because the child, like the immaturity level comes out, that they just have no discipline and can't wait for something to happen. Like, it's not only impacting them.
What about the lack of discipline and just ignorance? Ignorance, not lack of ignorance. To assume that something is going to happen like this, that in a field that you know nothing about. What about that? So in that sense, they shouldn't have been trusted or emotionally invested in anyway, right?
Impacting everybody that trust that channel. So you have YouTubers out there with 100,000 subscribers, right? 100,000 people that are invested in a play that now are questioning their gut because they have somebody brainwashing the way that they think. It's no different than what the government does to us. You know, it's a trickle down effect.
A trickle down
And,
effect.
you know, we've known YouTubers flip like a light switch, right? There's YouTubers that were huge in AMC that got a lot of people, you know, maybe, again, they didn't make somebody choose to invest in AMC, but they influenced a lot of people to open their eyes and the broader aspect of things and see what's really going on and why AMC could be as big as it was. And now that you have people that have made their money on OnlyFans and who have made their money on, you know, the Twitter people, right? We know who they are, that have made their money on their YouTube channel. Like, they don't give a fuck about this play because they're already rich now. They don't care. They're still consistently making money off of you. Like, do I make money off this channel? Yes, I do. I do. And I already said I'm going to donate half of it. So, I mean,
yeah.
And the rest of it's going to go into place that I talk about because that's the reality, okay?
What a stand-up guy.
That pays all.
Let's see about that. I don't know how accurate this is. Some people say it's not very accurate, but 55 cents to $9 daily, $4 to $62 weekly. So I mean, I guess he is. Well, if there's no Android app yet, then yeah, it's going to be a minute on that. It's going to be a minute.
All my bills. I don't need to make money. And I have a lot of people that jump in my comments that go, hey, you know, when are you going to go live? Guys, I have no problem going live. I definitely will go live if that's something the community, you know, wants me to do. But there's not going to be none of that super chat bullshit turned on, okay? Because that money should be used to better yourself, okay? YouTube already pays for ad revenue.
Why is he so goddamn judgmental? That money should be used to do this. That money should be used to do that. Maybe they just want to give you fucking money. You know, quoting State Senator Clay Davis in The Wire. I'll take any motherfucker's money if he giving it away.
And premiums and things like that. Like, no, I'm not taking when YouTube pays with ad revenue, that's not taking out of your pocket. Your super chats and stuff, it's amazing, but that's money
Antoinette,
that needs to stay in your pocket.
now you know
and
that the stock being heavily shorted is not enough reason for it to squeeze. That you know, that does not guarantee a squeeze. I'm just saying. And right here it says 12%. So, I mean, I don't know how updated this is. When did the last exchange report come out? I guess 10 days ago. So let's keep it in perspective. That is a small float. Also, but you know, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Yeah, institutions don't care about this one. That, you know, and I think the apes would look at that and say that's a good thing. Just like, you know, they would say the same thing about the cost to borrow being good for the squeeze potential. That is noble. Okay.
Better yourself for the future. Like, it's sickening seeing these people out there who flip like a switch and just make like clickbait. Fuck you. Like, oh, gets my blood boiling. It really does, because you just have,
well, I can identify with that.
It's no longer in a play or making videos about a play that you enjoy anymore. It's about pumping out as many videos as possible.
Well, that's what it's always about. That is fucking capitalism. Like, what I don't understand this type of attitude. So what he's saying is he you know, he doesn't like YouTubers who are in it to make money, which is the point of being a big YouTuber and putting out that kind of content. So, I mean, it's just a judgmental attitude. Everybody should be doing it out of the goodness of their heart, like he is. That's what he's saying. Manny, what did he say? Oh, if DWAC goes to 60 and apes, buy at the top and hold the bag. Oh, okay. Wow. Let's do this. Okay, I thought so. So when we looked at it before, we saw, well, I want to see what this is here. So, yeah, I mean, there had to be some buying up here. It's a lot of buying going up to $140, $150. So when did this thing go public? Was that October? Or no, it was actually trading last September. I guess it gained meme status in October. Meme status activated. So here was here's the last time it ran up in after hours right here. I believe this is a very similar type of occurrence, possibly, but this is an after hours run up. And here's the current one. So let me zoom back out. And this histogram here is EMA difference 13 and 48 to honor chart the VIX. But let me change it to 9 and 21. Okay. Let's see here. So across the whole range, the control price is 48. It's currently at 31. Well, here's why it fell 45% in June. Oh, the investigations and subpoenas. So here's another one. Well, that's not an after hours run up. That's a pre-market run up. Pre-market run up and run down. Yeah, we'll see on Monday, tomorrow, I guess. But okay. God, I'm still trying to get through this damn video.
Off of you, and that's a big difference. It's like they say when you have a job, you know, it's not a job if you love it. It's a hobby, right?
Well, see,
And
that's
how
false.
it was when
That's completely false. I've been there, done that, bought the T-shirt, and it's not the right attitude to have. I don't think. For me, it was music. It just doesn't work like that. because nothing is like a walk in the park like that. Even if you loved doing it. Anyway, not the point of this video.
these AMC YouTubers first started coming out talking about AMC, it was a hobby. It was something that they were actually passionate in. And now
How do you know that?
You look at them and it's just all about clicks, and it's sad. And
well, that's the fucking, again, that's the system we have. It's sad. Okay. So people making videos about anything, but they're monetized, that's also sad. What's sad about it? What's sad is that people are not educated enough. And so they trust these people.
I'm sure I'll have some of them taking this video and posting it on Twitter and being sleazy douchebags about it. But the reality is, I'm real. Some of the big YouTubers now are fake. I'm in this play. I've been in this play. I'm not impatient. If I had to hold this play for another 20 years, I would.
What? 20 years?
What anybody else
AMC's not going to be around for 20 fucking years.
About what I do with my shares. Like,
what?
Play for another 20 years? I would. I don't care what anybody else thinks about what I do with my shares. Like,
and I guarantee you these other YouTubers don't give a fuck what you're saying about them either. This guy is a walking, like, contradiction.
But that's where it's at. Like, don't flip a switch now because all these other people are for clicks. If this doesn't happen by August 5th, I'm done with this play. Then go.
I've been saying the same shit, essentially, for practically a year now, which essentially is these people are selling hope and dreams. It's not based in reality. Use some critical thinking. Think about it. Think about counter arguments. Look at the other side. Come to a conclusion that's based on facts. Come to a conclusion that's based on facts, based on evidence. That's simply it. Now, honestly forgot what I was going to say even.
Why don't you just go now? Get out of the play now. You're like, honestly, this play's already so big. They're insignificant now. They don't matter. Don't get freaked out over that, guys. That shit's gonna come. You don't think for a second that if a big fucking fund came up to a YouTuber and said, start shilling on this, make a date, do this, do that, here's 500 grand if you do that, they'd do it in a fucking heartbeat. Okay?
Yeah, so would you.
People flip like switches when it comes down to money. So
how many times
you'll
have you
realize
said that?
You'll see. You'll freaking see.
What a freaking...
Look at all the people in your life right now that are there and that aren't there. As soon as you get that money and people start catching wind of it, wait till you see how much bigger your circle starts getting, right? How many people come back and you're like, oh, hey, long time no see. Like, yeah, just wait. But I hope everyone has a good Sunday. We'll be back tomorrow, but don't get caught up in the YouTuber light switch bullshit, all right? Everything's done.
Everything's
I want to do another
done.
video tomorrow about call options too, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. But everyone, peace out. Have a good Sunday and enjoy it because tomorrow's back to reality. Sucks we got to go back to work, but guess what? We're back in the market. We're back into seeing the little line do the jumpy jumps. So I hope everyone has a good one. Peace. Oh, yeah. And to a lot of people, because there's a lot of people in this play right now who are concerned over the light switch being flipped and
the light switch,
or just tell them the reality. Tell them the reality.
The light
of
switch.
These big YouTubers who
good night,
who are shilling. Like they just need to be told. Some people need to be told. Some people need to have their mind rested at ease. So peace.
Yes, they need to be told what to think by you because you're the one to do it. Okay. Yikes. All right. Perfect eyebrows. Weird. Weird. All right. The only AMC video today from Lou, the Luminator.
What's going on, my silly little motherfuckers? All right, listen. I just wanted to, reply back to a lot of people all at once to calm something down.
Calm something down.
Me of can it really reach? And I gotta say something. I don't know if it's a lot of new people, but for the people that were here when we had our 73 run, I know that on that day a lot of the people that I know became millionaires, like instant millionaires. You know, on this play, obviously, I broke the million on that day. So I do remember the worth of this, and the only reason
Did you guys know that Lou booked $1 million last June? Damn.
why we didn't continue on is because, you know,
Good work.
Let me drop those shares. I'm so old. I have to protect myself. Yeah, go fuck yourself. You know what happened on that day, and what happened afterwards, and all the synthetics that were created afterwards. That's when we started getting the massive short attacks. I mean, that's what is we own 90% of the float, but they took us down from 73 down to what? What did we get down to? Like 9 and change. So I know that people have a lot of doubt, but I said to myself today, I was like, all right, since it's Sunday, the market opens up tomorrow. There's nothing going on today. I was like, okay, well, how do I get this message across to you, motherfuckers? And I think I know the reason why. Fuck, I gotta go grab food, but hold on a second. Let me just see if I can stick this motherfucker up here. Un segundo. Alrighty now. Alright, here's the deal. You probably got a lot of family or your spouses telling you you should have sold, or why are you even in this? It'll never run. But I gotta tell you something. Those motherfuckers weren't telling you it was gonna run to 73 the day before, or the week before, or the month before. So now, if they're giving you shit and you're starting to feel uncomfortable, please understand something. They're not going to be able to tell you when it hits again. It could be this Thursday. But guess what? When it does, the amount of money that you're going to stand to make, and trust me, this is worth much more than $73 or a couple of $100, and it could break easily into whatever. We are working with nefarious motherfuckers. That is true. But for people that don't understand, I guess they're new people. But for the people on June 2nd, actually, that was the day when I was before the judge. You motherfuckers didn't even know. I was facing, I don't know what the fuck on that day.
Know.
While everybody was cheering.
Oh, we know.
I was there doing that. And then afterwards had a little bit of a... Lou was free.
Wait, so how the fuck did he sell at the top then if he was in court at the time? I don't know.
Trying to say is...
Whatever.
Just go back. Go back in time and look at this. It's the same play. Just this time, AMC don't got those types of shares to drop. So what's standing in front of us? Nothing. Talk to you motherfuckers later.
Nothing. Nothing. The ape family all got haircuts in GameStop now. Oh my. Oh my.
So Sophia got a beautiful haircut. We're in GameStop.
Oh, they're actually physically in GameStop.
Her one gift and Michael a gift. Okay, could you please show the back of your hair? How about that? There's my wife's haircut. She doesn't want to show her face, even though she's a YouTube star.
All that bullshit about we're getting a divorce, whatever, was just that. It was bullshit.
Okay, that's her haircut. That's the Wigglicious haircut. Michael's haircut.
What?
Mike. I'm sorry.
Nice.
Big Mike. Iron Mike. All right, you call me Mike. Forget about it. Forget about it, say. And here's my haircut.
Lovely.
Looking snazzy. Look at those things up there, Michael. What are those things, Sophia? Pokemon. I can pick one thing out, one thing for you, one thing for Sophia, and then it's time to eat.
Oh,
time for
get to
eight
the real
father
business.
and the family
Time
to get
eat.
a treat.
It's got to be from this 20% off rack, though, kids. Lose double talk. Buy from us. No credit, bad credit. Slow credit. Okay. $5 per share target. What's going on, guys?
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I got another very important AMC update to bring all of you this afternoon. So we're going to be talking about in this update is just some absolutely crazy things that I found over the weekend.
Oh,
this
crazy.
First situation here we've briefly touched upon in the past, but Citigroup has recently downgraded AMC, continues to hold a sell rating on the stock, and has now a price target of $5 per share. But what we're going to kind of go over in this video is very contradictory, and I do think that there's something very strange going on with Citigroup right now. The other thing that kind of...
Yeah, Citigroup, you know, this newly graduated, new college graduate here, smarter than Citigroup. You know, let's be honest, Citigroup,
goes off
there's
of
something
this.
weird going on with them.
Take a look at the technicals on AMC because they are screaming pretty bullish right now. In addition, we're going to briefly touch on the ortex data as well going into next week. We have a big partnership announcement as well and some updates on the consolidated audit trail system, the CAT system, and some comments that Hester Peirce has made. So we have an action-packed video. So if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button down below if you guys haven't already. So on Friday, AMC closed.
I don't care about that.
Price target.
Okay, here's the target. Here's the targets. Somewhere here, right here. Okay.
Let's see where this article is. So Citigroup adjusts AMC Entertainment Holdings price target to $5 a share from $6 a share and keeps their sell rating. Okay. Well, it's really great that we have the ability to go in and look at 13F filings to see what these institutions are actually holding. When we come over to Fintel right here, Citigroup 13F, this was filed on May 12th. They have 275,000 shares of AMC. It's the only position that they have here. They don't have calls. They don't have puts. They just have a long position. Now, if you're Citigroup and you come out with a sell rating on a stock with a price target of $5 a share, when the stock is currently trading at $14.66, it makes absolutely no sense to be holding 270-something thousand shares. So there's something weird going on here with Citigroup.
Something weird going
honestly,
on. Oh, God.
They have readjusted their price target ratings and still holded long position or held.
Maybe they sold. Yeah, now, you don't know that they still own that. You don't know that. You don't know that. They're not going to submit a form when, well, they will, but it won't be reported on the new 13F until the next time the 13Fs come around. So maybe they did.
Or they have readjusted their price target ratings and still held long positions in some of these stocks. Now, there's a situation that we've seen with Goldman Sachs a couple times in the past where some of these large institutions know that they do have somewhat of an influence over the overall market. They will issue these downgrades in the hopes that the stock will come down. Then they will buy the stock up.
Oh, that must be it.
A few months later, they will then go back and upgrade the stock, pushing it back to the upside. So it's possible that's what Citigroup is trying to do here. But again, when we take a look at the technicals on AMC using the awesome 1348 system, cross up on the 4-hour here, consolidation, and honestly a retest here of this 200 EMA. We're seeing this 13 EMA come over this 200 EMA right here as well. Another very
look at that. It identifies the crossovers for you.
Last run to
in case you can't see where two lines intersect.
We're seeing the MACD look pretty good as well as the shaft trend cycle. Everything's screaming pretty bullish on AMC right now. Now, is it possible that we're going to see a little bit of a pullback before we start that continued move to the upside? Yes, absolutely. The market is super volatile right now. We're going to be getting more economic data this week. But again, there's a lot more opportunities to trade in this market right here. And we are sitting really, really, really solidly with AMC right now. So if you're interested in joining up with the 1348 system, make sure you check out that link. 50. We need to go.
Let's hear him. Let's hear him misrepresent Ortex.
When we come over to Ortex right here, we do have a couple of other pieces of data that we need to go over as well. So we have 17.58% estimated short interest, 15.66% average cost to borrow on Friday, 13.21% on the average. So the max was 15.66, the average was 13.21.
Wow.
And the minimum,
awesome.
10.79% with 139 million shares on loan. So again, I am interested to see what these exchange reported short interest numbers actually come out at, to see if Ortex was wildly underestimating the short interest in this period, which I think it is very, very possible that,
given the pattern, no, they weren't, because they've always been on the high side of the estimate. So
they have done. Now, I do want to talk about this partnership that Aron has just released to us. Yet another promise.
He didn't have too much to say about Ortex today, did he? Wow. That was brief.
Possible that they have done. Now, I do want to talk about this partnership that Aron has just released to us. Yet another promise kept. We now partner with Uber Eats, a pilot test to deliver movie theater treats.
Why would you want
AMC perfectly
Oh my God.
popcorn to the home? It's now live at AMC theaters in Chicago, Citadel, and Kansas City, the home of AMC theaters. If it works, we will roll it out across the U.S. in the fall.
Wow, that's
That is
awesome.
a very key statement right there, and one of the things that I want to talk about with you guys. This new business model with the popcorn that AMC is trying to do, one, I think the grocery stores, and in just my opinion, I think selling the popcorn in grocery stores might be a better option for longer term revenue than with Uber Eats. I could absolutely be wrong, but they're testing it out in some of these locations here to figure out what the market is. So it's going to take a couple of quarters in order for this popcorn revenue and popcorn sales to actually filter into earnings in any meaningful way.
Filter
But we
into
are really
earnings,
on
right.
the right track right now to really transforming this business and getting us on the path to those profitable earnings numbers that we all really, really want to see to potentially
Why do you want to see them?
have some of those large banking institutions like Citigroup start to upgrade the stock, have higher price targets.
Why does that matter?
And have institutions start buying up the stock again.
Why? Where are they going to get shares from? There's no shares available, according to you.
Giving us that really, really strong and aggressive buying pressure that we would need to see in order to have those giant moves back to the upside.
No, that is the stupidest fucking plan I have ever heard. That is the stupidest, non-logical, illogical path to a short squeeze I think I've ever heard.
Now, I do want to talk a bit about this consolidated audit trail system, the CAT system, and what Hester Peirce has just said. So in order to kind of go into this a little bit more, we do need to give a little bit of a background on what this is. The consolidated audit trail is the largest and most comprehensive new regulatory reporting utility in living memory. Data hygiene throughout order lifecycle and customer account data is critical to low error, high accuracy CAT reporting. So it's basically a reporting system. In response to the May 2010 flash crash, the SEC adopted Rule 613 and in November 2016 voted and approved a national market system, the NMS, plan to create a single comprehensive database known as the Consolidated Audit Trail. The CAT will enable regulators to more efficiently and thoroughly track all trading activity in the U.S. equity and options markets. Now, the Consolidated Audit Trail system is getting something called a phased rollout. So we were supposed to be getting some more of the updates right around now, but Hester Peirce has something else to say. So she made a statement recently, statement on the order granting temporary conditional exemptive relief from certain requirements of the National Market System Plan, NMS, governing the Consolidated Audit Trail, or CAT. I support granting temporary exemptive relief for certain provisions of the Consolidated Audit Trail. The CAT, a project designed to give the SEC and other regulators comprehensive market insight, has proved much harder and more expensive to implement than anyone anticipated. I have grave concerns about the whole project. The dollars, distraction, dissension, and drain of endless meetings over the past several years of CAT implementation are reasons enough to reconsider the entire project. The risk to liberty and security posed by the project should compel us to do so. With respect to liberty, I plead with my fellow Americans to care about your financial privacy. Why should the government, without any indication of wrongdoing on your part, follow you around the securities market to monitor every order you place and every trade you make? With respect to security, I plead with my fellow regulators to rethink the wisdom of creating a massive database of information that hackers will try to exploit for their nefarious ends. Given these concerns, my preference would be to see the project placed in the SEC's catacombs, dead and buried forever. Nevertheless, the CAT lives on, so I support granting additional time to resolve a number of implementation issues, which is what today's order does.
So let's not make a database of information so that, because we're worried that hackers may try to exploit it for their nefarious ends. So let's just scrap the whole project. What in the fuck kind of attitude is that?
So we've seen Hester Peirce do this many, many times in the past, where she really just wants to delay, and give more time. Now, she does have a point in saying that, yeah, I mean, if you want your trades getting looked at every single time without basically any reason by any government agency, she does make a point there, but that's not necessarily what the CAT system is for. She's trying to make an argument here that doesn't really make sense in this whole situation.
Oh my
Is
God.
one retail investor's trade really going to be influencing the markets every single day? Well, the one instance of that was the flash crash back in 2010, but other than that, not really. So this whole system is mainly around all of these large institutions that are potentially manipulating markets on a day-to-day basis. And her whole basically argument up in the top here that, oh, it's too expensive, it's too hard. Well, Hester, if something is very difficult to do and it needs to be done, it needs to be done anyway. It doesn't matter what the cost of this thing is or how hard it is to do. That is your job to make sure that it gets done.
Listen to him, little idealist there.
So that is essentially going to wrap up this update on AMC, the whole Citigroup situation, the consolidated audit trail system, and this new partnership with Uber Eats. So if you guys enjoyed the information,
so a big nothing burger basically. So I wonder if Adam Aron will admit that Thor was a huge flop this weekend, and yes, Tony, it made 303. Okay, I got you. Yes, Tony Denaro, it made 303 million with the cost of 250, but next weekend it will be dead as word gets out. So it was a flop. I didn't even know that it was coming out, to be honest. But that's good to know. So Tony's saying it was a win because it made 300 million and it cost 250 to make. Just making sure I've got the other platform set up here. Yeah, okay, good. Love and Thunder. Well, that's not the right one. This is not the right one. That is not the right one. There it is. 68%. There are moments in Love and Thunder when the film feels like a $185 million megaphone dedicated solely to amplifying the voice of Taika Waititi. Everyone is entitled to a misfire now and then, and that includes the gifted Kiwi performer and filmmaker most responsible for Thor, Love and Thunder. It's a scattered affair that, at a certain point, is played as out-and-out comedy. But I'm sure they're hyping it up over here on Reddit, right? That's what they do. Sold my car for more AMC. Okay. Proof or it didn't happen. Let's see it. So they went from having a car to not having a car, and they're going to go from not having a car to having a Lambo. That's usually the progression right there. You know, you got to work up to it. Box office is officially beating the pre-pandemic numbers. To be shorting AMC now is a fool's game. I swear I saw this same exact. This was. I'm gonna refresh this, even though I just did. I know I saw this exact same post a few days ago. Quarter to date box office for Q3. Another bubble about to burst. DC, southern states see highest rate of late auto payments. But, you know, everybody's buying AMC, that's why. So I leave it on the table that I am not super smart when it comes to this stuff. My question and desire to understand it is. My question and desire to understand is this. I hear that it costs the hedge funds and shorts X amount of dollars to short a stock daily, or cost to borrow shares daily so that they, meaning these hedge funds or short sellers, are losing billions of dollars. To whom are these dollars going at these right now? If they are in fact paying, who is making all this money, if not us right now? Is there something we are missing? When cardboard box, exactly. Okay, I got 40 seconds. Failed options. BlackRock and Vanguard. Liquidity. Institutions loaning them out. Payment for order flow. That's it. All right. Ken Griffin got all the money. Okay, it's 2 seconds. Ooh. I'm sure it'll pop back up. Let's see here. So Antoinette thinks they're really selling the stuff to buy AMC. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure some are. Let's see here. So natural gas popped up. Crude oil is down. Let's see, there we go. Is that better? Yeah. It'll be another fun week. Okay, we'll check back in with that. We can let it go another minute or so. Oh, I totally forgot about Tasty Trade. Shit. Oh well.
Could it trade a little over 4,000? Of course. Could it trade 3,700 again? Of course. You're probably going to have on the week. Let's take a look.
Let's go back just a little bit here.
Look for.
Yeah, it's a good quote. That was one of the cleanest ones I've seen on Twitter.
Oh, anyway, yeah. No, they were funny. They were pretty funny.
Oh my God, they were having a field day with him. Even the S&P is down 250, NASDAQ down almost 10 or a little over 10, Russell down about $1, Dow down 15, man, unchanged. Volatility up about 5 cents, bonds up 4 ticks. Bitcoin down 250 bucks, oil down about 50 cents, gold down $1. These are very small numbers across the board, Sosnoff.
Oh, God, yeah. I actually didn't think you're going to see anything tonight. I thought it was going to be, we're going
close all watertight doors.
Yeah, maybe. We're going into a very slow July expiration week. The way they closed last week, I don't think the sellers are going to be I don't think the sellers are going to be climbing over each other to get out, and I don't think the buyers are going to be climbing over each other to get in. I think it's going to be a tug of war, much more of the same. I would look for I'd look for sharply lower crude oil prices and maybe a sharply lower VIX. That's what I'm kind of thinking this week. I don't think the stock market's going to do much of anything. Could it trade a little over 4,000? Of course. Could it trade 3,700 again? Of course. You're probably going to have on the week. Let's take a look. SPX.
I guarantee that they are.
SPX. Basically one.
Some have.
To Friday.
Weekly move you're looking at now?
Yeah, it's about $80. Do you remember when we were going right about $80?
Yep, right about $80.
And you remember when we were looking at it about a month ago? We were looking at one-day moves of $80.
That's true. That is true.
So we've gone from a one-day move of $80 to a four-day move of $80.
Well, it was a one-day move of $80, and we're having moves of 120 points, and now you've got yes.
I know. What I'm saying is that you can see a little bit of volatility contraction here, and it's playing out in real time in front of us. I just don't see. I think Tesla will be in play. I think Twitter will be in play again. Now you can probably trade Twitter if you want to put something on in there. But I think that Tesla will be the more interesting play. If Tesla's up on this, I really think it's a sale.
Yeah. I hear you. Almost like fade the first move, right?
Yeah. If Tesla rallies, on Musk pulling out, which it was up about $20 in the post market on Friday. If it rallies from here, do we whack them and how?
Tesla's 770 or so, up about like you said,
it's about $18 or something after the news. But after the weekend, I gotta think he's going to be facing massive. I already saw Twitter hired like some high-powered firms. I think he's going to be facing absolutely massive, and he should. He's going to have litigation up the wazoo for a long time. I don't think he can win either.
You do not. Oh, well.
But anyway, who cares? Enough of him.
Sure.
Looking at the markets, I think that's the key thing. We closed last week was pretty strong.
Last week was very strong. Yeah. Probably some of the best 4 or 5 day action. I know it was a short week. I'm counting a little bit of last week action that we've seen in the market in some time.
Yeah, last week was kind of strong, but I think
we're right there pretty much in all the indices. 12.2 or 3 in the NASDAQ, even the S&P's right here. 39 and a half.
Yeah, they're in tug of war territory right here.
Yes.
The bears think that they've got them on this little rally. That they've goosed them up a little bit. They can drop 100, 200 S&P points, and the bulls think that they've got the bears like looking over their shoulder. So I think it's going to be a good. I think with vol where it is right now, it's a great premium selling chance, and you just got to kind of try to hang in there. I think we're going to have stock market take action like the bond market. The bond market has basically been taking that 135 area up to 140-ish, 141, back to 138. Now it's 137. I think you're going to see the stock market act like the bond market. I think it's going to be two-sided, wishy-washy. 100, 200 S&P points up, 100, 200 S&P points down, much ado about nothing, and just a massive tug of war going on.
Oh, you're painting Nirvana for us. It's premium selling.
I think it's going to be like this for the whole second half of the year. I do.
And earnings don't mean anything or give a boost to the market or anything like that? Okay.
Earnings can only, at these levels, earnings can probably only help the market.
Only help. Yeah, I would agree with you. Yeah.
I think earnings are, but I think companies are going to have a really tough time. Knowing what I know about what's going on the street, I would think companies are going to be hurting. I don't know. I don't know where they're going to get their big numbers from right now. I think everybody's business is tailing off a little bit. I think people got spooked. So
Makes sense.
All right, let's keep moving along tonight. Let's bring in Pete.
Fine. Let's see.
All
I
right.
mean, I think we got our.
Okay, that's good. AMC bag holders, please know this. At least this bullshit is short anymore, you know.
The bag holders will be the only ones who actually experience the true squeeze. Let's take a look at this. Thought experiment quickly. The squeeze comes and goes after the line of fake squeezes to try to burn off the paper hands. At some point, the price jumps significantly enough that we all believe and see that this is the event and finally move on. The bag holders remain. Then, just when no one can expect it, the price has one more jump. Larger than all others combined, coming back for those bag holders.
That's not how it works.
And the richest of all of us. Let's go through some reasons on why this.
Yeah, that's a nice fantasy, but no.
AMC stock. So number one, the MOASS has not happened yet. Last year when we saw AMC run up to $72 per share, that was not the MOASS. Some apes thought it was, a lot of the mainstream media said that it was, but to be real, only a little bit of the overall shorts even covered. Number two, the shorts haven't covered yet. That's also very true. We're seeing in data as of today that the short interest is still extremely high in what would be considered a extremely volatile place and what would be considered a
the data actually, you know, you can say it's still high, but it says right here the live SI percent is 17.5. Okay, that may still be quote unquote high. I'm just going to go back. I don't know, to June 24th, and here it was 22.5. So that's you know, substantial difference. 5%, 5% lower than it was on the 24th, and you're talking over a period of what, a week, 2 weeks. So it might still be high. You can say it's still high, but it's a bit disingenuous to not go into details about it because in the last 2 weeks it's 5% lower. Okay.
Place where a short squeeze could happen at any moment. Number three, billions of synthetic shares. We have reason to believe with calculations to show that there are likely billions upon billions of synthetic shares.
No, I mean you have reason to believe. I've seen zero reasons to believe that. Zero. In fact, I've seen plenty of reasons not to believe it. Where are they getting this info from? I think probably they're assholes. Honestly, they're butts.
Existence. Number four, the price of AMC hasn't hit 4 or 5 digits per share.
Okay.
Or even higher yet. Number five, Citadel hasn't filed bankruptcy yet.
Even he didn't have anything to say about that one.
6, Gasparino hasn't been fired yet either. But if you want to stay up to date with everything...
Wow, good job, Benji. Clearly, he already made all his money and he doesn't give a fuck anymore. He's just putting out this shit content. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to take a look through Telegram here and see if there's anything posted recently. So it looks like Al from Boston had a Trump rally last night. It looks like, right? That's what you guys were saying. Let's see.
Morning, it's Al from Boston. Let's kick it off. Let's talk about DWAC. All right, DWAC is Digital World Acquisition Corporation. It's the SPAC that Donald Trump used to create his, to take to market his social media product, Truth Social. Now, we know that there is a federal probe that was announced a week ago regarding, some of the things that have happened in that company. Now, none of this stuff is real.
Oh, of course. I mean, how did I know he was going to say that? How did I know he was going to say that? How the fuck does he know that?
You understand that the DWAC social media product, when it went out and came to the market, it shot up to about $100 in the first day. All right. It popped as in like you read about. It's one of those things that was really just, it was a hell of a day. I mean, it was a hell of a day when this thing happened. And it's basically one of the basic rules of investing. When you have something like this going on with the hype and just absolute pandemonium.
What's the rule here?
Expect to see a massive movement. I rarely see 0 to 100 for the social media digital product. I think
it wasn't 0 to 100.
Something like company like Palantir, right? When it first started off, at $7, $8, went up to 14 that day. The shorts obviously have gotten to them because it was at 100, then it dropped down to a certain amount. But it's pretty massive. But what happened so far is, they launched Truth social media, and then it became the #1 app. Right? Take a look at this.
The number one app
at the App Store. Right? It was massive. It was huge.
Massive.
Right?
Huge.
Shares leaped up 24% on Wednesday, and
one could say it was huge.
So on and so forth. It was massive. But then the trolls, that the Democrats were like,
Here
oh,
we go.
Like Donald Trump,
blah
blah blah, dude.
Us dirty Democrats.
So what happens? Basically, hold on. I'm sorry, that's not.
Why are you on PBS? That's liberal source.
Where'd it go? They
oh yeah,
looking into
let's
it.
use Insider. That one, the apes love that one. Oh my god!
Something. And it's nothing. They make it sound like it's something, but it's nothing. Okay, so let me tell you what happened. So the SEC, remember Dan Berkowitz? Dan Berkowitz used to work for Citadel. He's over at SEC right now. He's the guy that's pushing this thing. He wants to sue Donald Trump because of some nonsense, even though there's nothing there.
Right, okay.
To be on the safe side, what does Donald Trump do?
Things that are always said but are never true. When somebody's about to sue Donald Trump, oh, there's nothing there. Right, okay.
He leaves. He says, nope, this isn't for me. I'm leaving right now. And they file a motion to leave as director on the 8th. Not a big deal. He's still running the show there. So
not a big deal. Yep.
Company, and he's making hand over fist of money with that group. Believe me, he's making money. So after that happened, I
don't believe a fucking word you say. I don't even believe that your name is Al.
You're asking yourself, okay, well, what does it mean for the stock itself? We look at the stock, it's like $24.52. But after Friday, it shot up to 32, almost $32.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it did go to 32, yeah, 32.54. And then it came down a little bit. Okay, why is it moving like this? There's rumors of an announcement of him running for president 2024.
Yeah, that's why.
For me,
that's exactly the fucking reason it ran up. Yeah, that's it, Al. What
the fuck? This is a buy because you can make money on that movement. I'm hearing.
Well, it already went up, so yeah, but this is a buy.
Rumblings, basically saying the stock could go up to over 100 into the 200.
Of course it could. Yes.
Outstanding amount of money. That's a 10-20 bagger right there, as Pete would say. So I would say that
wow,
you guys should pay attention to what's happening.
This guy sucks,
and you should also 100% consider. And no, this isn't financial. This is what I'm doing. I'm buying. I'm going to be buying first thing Monday morning. My entry point.
Jesus fuck.
I think this is going to.
So he's advising people to buy Trump's bullshit company. What about AMC? Isn't that the like? Why isn't this the same motherfucker who talked about all these other squeeze plays that were distracting from AMC? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't he saying that shit 2-3 weeks ago? And now he's talking about this bullshit. Oh, I'm going to go buy first thing Monday morning. Right. Another fucking hypocritical idiot in the AMC space, even though this video is not about AMC, but and I'm gonna have to agree with that, Manny. Last thing this country needs is another fucking octogenarian running for president. Correct. Because, you know, they're so in touch with everything.
It's going to be in the 24, 25 range again for a short period of time. I don't think we haven't had the exact filing date or any of the
double
announcements
talk.
that Donald Trump is running. So having a position in this would probably be a good thing. This is an events-based movement. So I would consider waiting until this price comes back down from 30. I think it will. And when
he's
it
buying
levels
first
off
thing in the morning.
24 range, 25 range, I would consider making a purchase. In fact, I probably will. That's not financial advice on you to buy. It's just what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm going to be buying as soon as I get a chance, as soon as that price comes down, and that'll be the end of it. But when he
that will be the end of it, probably.
Hey, this is happening. Expect a nice sizable jump in the price, maybe to $100, $200. And I do mean $200. Like, this thing is going to be huge. Another 4 years of Donald Trump. This is where people are going to be in terms, because he won't come back to Twitter. He just won't do it. There's too much on the line there. So he'll stay on his own social media.
There's too much on the line.
People are joining. There's so many.
Isn't he
people
still
that
banned from Twitter? So
using it and hearing directly from the president.
God.
And it's growing every day, which is the reason why they don't want him on the board. They don't want him, succeeding in this, because the Democrats are going to try to screw this over for him. But it's slated to be a very popular social media product. It's the alternative to Twitter and other social media offerings.
It's slated to be.
I think
right,
it's a great
because
product
you have to talk about what their plans are and what they are going to do, supposedly, because you can't talk about any actual accomplishments that they have made. And it's the same with a lot of these bullshit stocks.
It's very simple to use, very easy to use. And when Donald Trump makes a comment or does something,
and it's only available for iPhone, so all the boomers can use it
on there. Like, they're mobilized.
Sorry,
it's
boomers.
like a military type op. They just boom, there they show up. And what's really wonderful for me is President Trump. He's not generally obligated to make any kind of social media post on True Social, right? And may not make the same post on another social media site for 6 hours. So you get the information first here rather than Twitter or anywhere else.
Great.
Right. So I think that's where the issue comes into, because this could be perceived as some kind of stock manipulation. It's nothing. They're going to try to make it look like everything, but it's horseshit. So for me, I'm going to buy DWAC. And I'm going to wait till that movement, and I'm going to see if it comes down to 24 again, because the price right now is at 32. See if it comes down a little bit, then make the purchase, and then wait for the announcement for presidency. Wow. I don't know when that's going to be. It could be closer to October. It could be August. I don't know. I really don't have a clue. But the fact that the midterms are right around the corner could signal, a sooner rather than later disclosure of presidency news. So that's all I got for you guys. I'm from Boston signing out. DWAC for me is
Jesus Christ.
Bye.
What the fuck? Okay. Speechless. I don't even know what to say. Whatever. Let me go back to over here to Telegram. So, okay, this one was LOL'd. What's going on, my
little Saturday night motherfuckers?
Right.
Tonight, there's nothing going on with AMC, but I had my brain running today, and I guess I could break this down into two questions. I might divide this into 2 videos so that's where people are confused on this. Well, look, AMC is going to run. AMC is going to run, and everybody's going to sell their shares.
We all know that.
And since technically we own 90% of the float, after this is all done, and there's no more synthetic Guatemalans, there's only real AMC shares on the street. I mean, not for nothing, but 90% of AMC stock is out there, and it's probably gonna tempt the motherfucker out there to come and do this to them again. The question is, if some dark nefarious forces on the other side were to come and heavily short AMC once again, okay, this is after this runs, after you made your hundreds of thousands or millions and you sold off and you got a brick of cash, and all of a sudden,
yeah, that's what people are going to do. They're going to buy AMC again. They want to wait another 2 fucking years.
Motherfuckers from that side have shorted AMC once again. Shorted it 100, like literally like GameStop level. After you made your money. Question is, would you come back and go through this again in order to, 1, make another profit, 2, keep the community together and start another war, and 3, save the movie theater? Think about this for a second.
Jesus.
We hold 90% of the float. When we sell off at whatever amounts, hundreds or thousands, and everybody got their money, and there's no more synthetics, they were all vaporized, no more failed delivers, everything was vaporized, and it goes back down to, let's say, 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that, because it's just going to be worth nothing. And somebody comes in and
now we've been talking about this for a while, though. We have been saying this, that, you know, if the apes cared about the company AMC, they wouldn't be trying to make a short squeeze, because after, theoretically, after, if there were a short squeeze, hypothetically, supposedly, allegedly, the stock price is going to collapse and it's going to be bad for the company. We talked about this last year, actually. But anyway, 86,000 fools follow this guy, Model 3 dude. 86,000. And this video came out yesterday, and it has over 16,000 views.
Buys these motherfuckers and starts heavily shorting fucking AMC. You're going out of business now, motherfucker. We got you. Question is, would you do this again, knowing everything you've been through, now having the money that you have, and knowing how this thing plays out? So answer me that, and I'll have the second question coming up. So, would you do this again after the win?
Jesus
Just
Christ.
put the comments on the bottom.
All right. Well, I can only speak for myself, but I wouldn't, so. To be honest, I started to invest in AMC because I felt it was undervalued and I'd make a few bucks. But as I got into it, I found how the hedge funds were manipulating it and the market, and I learned of the potential for a squeeze. Only a very small part of my motivation was to save the company. When I get my tendies, I'm out. I will have no need to invest for a few bucks, except for Sundial, because I believe that will squeeze also. Sundial. I dittoed those sentiments, and I too got into this because I saw what I thought was an injustice being done. After a year and a half of these shenanigans by the dark side and by popcorn, I now wonder if all we did was walk into a virtual building that was rigged to blow, and we thought saving the old thing was a noble cause. That the owner of the old thing was wanting the old thing to come down and was looking forward to the new car wash to be put up on the site, shall we say, because the owner has not done a thing to add value to the old building and has only offered us popcorn for our tens of thousands of dollars of investing capital into the millions of retail that have invested, in my opinion. We stepped into this and we weren't meant to be here, as Lou often says. Now we are here and we will get ours. And for me, I am gone from this totally. I do not believe lightning strikes in the same place twice. So, see you, AMC. Well, if you don't believe that lightning strikes in the same place twice, which I think is not necessarily even true, but then you shouldn't be holding out for another run up on AMC, another squeeze. I mean, because it already struck. I'd buy more AMC shares back to help keep AMC safe from predators. I like the movies. And if AMC can make us money in dividends, that's an even better scenario for everyone. What are we talking about dividends for? They're not going to have a dividend. More ammo to fight them so hard, they will think twice about shorting good companies into the ground. Doubtful. Retail will have to police the market from these predators. Retail will police the market. How about that? Obviously, the SEC and DOJ can't/won't do it. Good God. Especially when Paramount partners up with AMC. Dividends on the way. I would say after seeing how dirty the other side is and how much control they actually have, I don't know that I want to mess with stocks ever again. But I suppose I would throw some money on it again and watch the BS for a year and a half and counting. I have been in toxic relationships before I am a glutton for punishment. Well, a lot of people have. If AMC drops down after the squeeze, then I will buy back in, especially if they decide to short again. So this whole thing smells like it smells like it. I mean, so now you have all these people that are putting information out there saying, "Oh yeah, yes, of course. If AMC squeezes, I'll buy back in. Yeah, absolutely." Why? First of all, why? It's based on an assumption that there will be a squeeze. Second of all, you are aiding and abetting the enemy. You're a sworn enemy if you participate in this type of discussion. It makes no sense. Why would you say this? Why would you tell them that? Them, quote unquote. I will do it for any American company that is really legit and trying. This person a subscriber here? Maybe not. Why do they all have this need to feel warm and fuzzy inside about a stock? That's a good question, because we know that the stock or the company does not feel warm and fuzzy about them. I actually don't think this could happen again the way it's happening now. I mean, everything is literally coming together like a puzzle. Okay? I don't think anyone could have guessed that there would be a pandemic, inflation, and war. As bad, well, inflation, I think, yes. As bad as all these things are, it forced the apes to wrinkle our brains into investing and then finding out that the market has been a losing battle this entire time. This is truly a once-in-a-lifetime event. Okay. Yeah, everybody says, I mean, most of the here are like, yes, hell yes, absolutely, sign me up. Wow. Let me get to the bottom. Maybe there's some dissenting comments. Absolutely. I'm from Canada and have all my stocks in a TFSA and I don't pay taxes, plus I have a 25% exchange rate, I would pay some has my taxes for what AMC has done for me and my family without a doubt. In my mind, I would. Okay. Yes, 1000%. Great community, and would be great to wreck them again. This is a wow. God. This is a this is a gold mine of information. I mean that unironically. No pun intended. This is really good data for some people. God damn. Look at all these comments. Holy shit. Definitely, saving the movies is one thing, but for the market to not learn their lesson is another. Well, you didn't save the movies. I mean, there are other movie theaters out there. And the market learning their lesson, why would they learn their lesson if they've made money? Jesus fuck. Oh my God. Hell yeah. I wouldn't be stressed out living off white rice every day. Fuck yeah. I'll destroy the shorts all over again. I'll do it again. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course they're self-serving. I guess it's just odd. Like, it's an odd question, and it's odd that so many people are like, they're down, 60, 70, 80%, however much they're down, and they're like already thinking about doing the whole thing again. It's so fucked up. Like, what? Because this kind of question requires you to put yourself in a mindset that's different from reality. And well, of course, they pretty much stay in that mindset all the time, I think. So it's not really much of a change for them, I guess. But still, I mean, holy shit. And I'm just keeping scrolling. Where's the fucking bottom? Oh my God. Why bother to short a company that is trading at fair market value, 30 to 40 per share, and has reasonable hope for growth? Revenge? I wouldn't, but AMC isn't going to go out of business. Okay. Well, see. Absolutely. Easy money. It would be easier second time around. Financial issues, people words, and then mocking you, the fake ass line, all news fudge, shills on Twitter. There would be no stress involved with having to deal with all that again. Easy money. My wife would kill me. God. I am going to get to the bottom of this comment section here. Squeeze 2.0. Shut up and take my money so I can take yours again. What is the point of this video? We are nowhere in sight to the first squeeze. Truly feel it's like it's just clickbait. Now we know how YouTube works. They get paid on views. Well, of course, yeah. You didn't know that? What are you doing in the stock market then? But I'll like the comment. Jesus. Just one question. In 2 years, will you still be pushing this AMC bullshit? Yes, why not when you know the outcome? Wow. Look at all this confidence. All this overconfidence. These people are going to get fucking crushed. Holy shit. Well, the reason I'm looking for the bottom is because comments that are unpopular get put to the bottom. And I want to see if there's anybody who actually, besides a couple that we've seen, if they're stupid enough to do it again, absolutely, I'm stupid enough to do it again. Are you still thinking on our own? Are you still thinking our own exchange? What the? I'll play puts on the way down to grab more cash. And yes, I'd be long several thousand shares and play the volatility daily. Well, good luck with playing puts on the way down to grab more cash. Get IV crushed to the fucking moon. I'm seeing a lot of no's down here towards the bottom. I'll be buying at a buck. 18,000 shares. No fucking way. Done with the market. Done playing a rigged game. I wouldn't trust the system again after short squeeze is over. I don't see a point with all these hypothetical scenarios, especially these trying times that we've already been waiting for over 18 months. No time for this pettiness. Just about anything to make a YouTube video. Lots of yeses. Oh, that's the bottom. Okay. So that was pointless. Fuck popcorn and fuck no. Of course, I haven't gotten paid yet. My answer might change if I'm sitting on millions of dollars, but for now, fuck no. Right? My God. Oops. Let's pop back over to the futures market here. Wonderful. Okay. date, 99.7% confirmed. 99.7% confirmed. Okay. Who is this? Flight Financial. AMC Monday's importance. Short cover likely to happen Monday, July 11. Okay. I like new things. I like new people. Let's see. So, but you know, let's just be clear. There was a lot of short covering last week. Lots of short covering last week. So not all going to happen at once. And it's already been happening, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt here. And okay.
And before we get started here today, guys, make sure you get over to my Twitter page and give me a follow at OBIMEM. OBMEM is my Twitter handle.
Like
currently
at the beginning of a video,
50 followers. But with each and every video, that number increases thanks to you. And don't forget to get over to my main YouTube channel, which is called Making Easy Money. We're currently on the road to 30,000 subscribers, guys. And when you do subscribe, make sure that notification bell is. Check out my latest big squeeze, guys, and this is a great one. I will back to the topic at hand. AMC, guys, and Monday's importance. AMC did break key levels here on Friday's trade.
Oh, this is Mumu, by the way. If anybody hasn't seen the Mumu platform, this is it.
That was that $15 mark. If we take a brief look and check out the one-day chart here for AMC, as you can see here, last time AMC actually was trading above $15 was May 31st, guys. And as you can see here on July 8th, Friday's trading, we did break those levels, going as high as $15.32.
How is
May 31st high being $16.31, but we haven't been trading at $15 ever since. As you can see here, the highest we went since then was $14.75, which we did hit here on June 27th, which was like Monday during the trading day. Now, if we take a brief look and check out the fund flow on Friday's trading, as you can see here, we do see on all four scales, more orders were being filled under the selling price. Taking a brief look and checking out the half-month chart here, as you can see here, guys.
Right.
Half-month chart. The first half month of June, it was taking shorts on average 3 days to cover their position here in AMC.
Where did you see that?
Now, taking into consideration that, if we take a brief look and check out AMC's trading for the last 3 days of trading, we closed here at $12.57 here on Wednesday. Thursday's trading, we closed here at $14.48, and here on Friday we closed here at $14.66. So we do see an increase on the close 3 days in a row. In fact, guys, looking here at the total short volume, which you can see here on Thursday's trading,
here we go.
did see a huge spike in comparison with the short sell ratio. Short sale ratio, as well as the total short volume
sale
on these 3
ratio
days were extremely high. But looking on Thursday, we do see a high total trading volume with that 67.76 million shares moved around on Thursday's trading. Not so much on Friday, coming in at 48.92, but still in all 12.21% short sale ratio is quite high. And shorts are very comfortable with shorting AMC at these prices, but AMC did break key levels here on Friday, and the importance for Monday's.
Okay, so we're going to talk about short volume. Not mention the short covering, and not mention or explain at all short volume. Right. Okay. I don't know why Mumu has this here. It's misleading to have this directly under short sale analysis, because it really doesn't tell you anything about the short interest. But okay.
Trading, guys, is if can AMC close above $15. Yes, we did break it on Friday's trading, but closing above it is huge. Now, as you can see here, we do see the SAR flip on Friday's trading on the day chart for AMC. That is a very great sign for a continuation of a uptrend. If we take a brief look and check out our cheat sheet here, guys, and look at the 1 minute chart, as you can see here, currently looking here at the 1 minute chart, we do see a positive signal. Not super positive, but we just hit there.
Not super
here,
positive,
we do see
but it
a
is
bullish
positive
indicator here on all three levels of the RSI. Currently on the MACD, no obvious signal. If you take a brief look and check out the 15-minute chart, though, as you can see here, it was nice, strong buying. We're going to highlight these from the peak.
Yes, who
here,
do you think did all that buying?
Guys, and if you're wondering what trading platform I'm using, it is called Moomoo. If you do want to sign up for Moomoo, I do have the link in the description below. If you use my Moomoo link when signing up, guys, you will get 10 free stocks after making your initial deposit of $100. Not only that, these stocks can value up to $2,500 each. Also, Moomoo does allow trading during the pre and after market hours, which is a huge tool for us retail investors. Why? Because sometimes
so does Robinhood now.
And after market hours do offer great buying and selling opportunities, so you do not want to miss out on that. Also, all the great tools that Moomoo gives us investors at our hands is awesome. So as you can see here, guys, looking at the average price here from this peak here, from the low to the high, as you can see here, that average price is $14.65. We're currently close at those prices. We did close slightly above the average on the rocket here, but as you can see here, guys, the amp was only 10.66%. That turnover was extremely high during this time frame. This was only
so high they don't even say the number.
45 minutes of trading here, and we do see 12.08 million in volume. That is huge. You can take a brief look and check out the day chart and look at Thursday's volume coming in at 62.76 million, much higher than Friday's, guys. In fact, we do see a much difference here on the fund flow for Thursday and Friday. Friday's fund flow actually favored the net outflow, as you can see here, and Thursday's in favored the net inflow. But checking out our short rate here is 16.98% currently for AMC, with that short pool remaining at 750,000 shares. Now, looking here at the short sell analysis for AMC, we may be seeing a short cover here pretty soon if AMC can close above $15.
What?
We may see a short cover here.
What? Why? What? Oh, okay. Well, never mind. We've saw short covering the last 2 trading days, but why would they? Why would it need to be close over 15 to trigger short covering? That makes no sense. Fuck.
AMC during Monday's trading, guys. This is going to be a very important day
What
for
in the
AMC.
fuck?
Will it make or will it break, guys? Because if AMC can close above $15, that is going to shed light, and that is going to shed light to the fact that AMC may be on its way to the upside. But far as being convinced now, guys, I'm not so much convinced until we can close above $15. That is huge. Yes, we broke that $15 here on Friday's trading, but closing above it is another thing. Now, if we can close above it, that is going to be huge. AMC next price target will be around 1726. That is going to be the next wall to break, but we do have huge support around that. We do have huge resistance, sorry guys, around that $16.10 levels. Huge resistance at the 1016. So if we can break that, that is going to be huge. But as you can see here on these 3 days on Rise, guys, as you can see here, this 10.46 million shares that was sold short on Thursday.
No. Jesus. No.
We do see the volume actually being 48.92%. No huge indication that we did see a short cover whatsoever of those shares.
Oh my God. Wow, that's garbage.
Turned from Thursday's trading, but taking into consideration 3 days on average, guys, anyone that has taken a position here in AMC since Wednesday isn't looking good whatsoever. Those shorts being returned here on Monday's trading may fuel the fire to the moon Monday for AMC.
Sure, yeah.
So, with that being said, guys, if you agree with anything I said in this video, can you please leave a thumbs up on it? Also, if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button and make sure you.
So,
and before we get started here today, guys,
so we
make sure
saw a total misinterpretation of short volume. And how can you not? Really, Moo puts it right there, right at the top of the short information section. Who's this? Who is Marty Bent? Okay. Is that the Citadel guy, I wonder? It's only 5 minutes, so. God. Our strange markets. Okay, let's learn about the strange markets.
So for me, I do own a myriad of different coins and tokens. But one thing I want to point out, and this is, so my comeuppance was much more through the ape community, but in terms of like GameStop and AMC, and in between those happening, particularly the GME event in January, the AMC event in June, that was actually Doge. And like you were kind of saying with the siren call, it was just ripping, and it was fun. Like it was part of a community, and I think there were some valid parts there. But because of that, I think people became hyper focused on the SEC and what is the SEC doing or not doing. And one thing that we came out maybe a month ago, Gary Gensler was really doubling down on most likely everything but Bitcoin is a security. Like he said that he went out of his way to say Bitcoin is a commodity. So with me and like my other investments, it does make me nervous that they're going to crush them and say, nope, they're all security. So I think that's something we'll see how the SEC decides to play it out. I mean, obviously the SEC moves very, very slowly. I mean, a lot of the people listening to this, they still want to know clarity on what's going on with Citadel and Virtu and market making, which I'm sure you're familiar with Citadel because they're trying to become market makers now with crypto. But in terms of just like, if we're asking like, okay, a safe thing to store your money, there is a chance that the SEC crushes everything else besides Bitcoin. That's the only one that they're like, you know what? It's actually good. And I know the Ripple case is ongoing and their legal team has some victories here and there, and we'll see how it ends up playing out. But just in terms of risk, like these are things that just at least have to be considered. Obviously, neither of us are financial advisors. Do what you want with your money, but it's on us to at least point these things out to you.
Yeah. Gary Gensler and the SEC could definitely come down. I mean, there's a very, I mean, we can use Ethereum as the base case for that too. I mean, Ethereum it pretty clearly was an illegal securities offering when you consider the pre-mine, how they were pitching it to investors, the language that Vitalik Buterin and Joe Lubin were using in terms of returns that would be provided on top of the ETH token. However, a couple of things here. I don't think you should depend, like, the SEC certainly could turn a blind eye. There's been some comments they made in the past where they said Ethereum's okay, but again, at the end of the day, that doesn't really matter to me, at least. Again, we need to fix the money and think that's the really, like you mentioned, GameStop, Bored Apes, Doge, all these things. People trying to make a yield that is above inflation so that they can just either stay afloat or get ahead in the game. And this is indicative, again, that the money is broken. Like, this is, people need to realize and take a step back, read some history books. In the long scheme of history, we live in a historical anomaly of the way we run our monetary systems. And like, historically throughout humanity's history, like, there have been saving vehicles where people can just work and actually save money in a monetary good and not have to worry about going to buy Doge or buy Bored Apes or get into some DeFi scheme to make a crazy yield on their save.
If you did those things, you would have lost money. So, okay.
It's like, that is how broken the money is that it is.
No smart people did that they didn't do it with a lot of their money anyway. So I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know. Doesn't explain anything here.
Normal for people to think that this is how they need to either develop a nest egg or just keep a nest egg. And that's what Bitcoin aims to fix, is like, hey, we're going to provide you don't have to worry about all these DeFi schemes and all these yield chasing mechanisms. You can just save your money in Bitcoin, and over the long term, your purchasing power is going to at least remain stable, and if not, increase significantly, so that you can save money and just focus on what you do best, which is be productive throughout the economy. And that's where I think we're still learning this lesson as we still live in the reality of the fiat monetary system that really incentivizes this mad dash for yield, because people simply want to be able to maintain purchasing power over time as the Fed is printing money and inflating prices of everything that we touch, whether it be education, healthcare, food, energy. This is not the way the world should work. It's not the way money should work. And humanity is still learning that lesson today.
Man, I really I think you're the first person to put it that way, because we are talking about things like you alluded to, Bored Ape, Doge, Shiba. They all went crazy. Why was Terra attractive? Why was AMC, GME? And you're really the first person that I've heard articulate it that way. Like, let's take the question even earlier of why are people feeling the pressure to take even interest in those types of things. And it kind of shows you, like you alluded to, between our food, our energy, of just our schooling, our healthcare, of how messed up things have been, and people get the pressure to take that risk where they're potentially taking the risk and not even knowing the risk involved. They're signing up for Voyager or Celsius, not understanding the true risk profile. They think it's relatively safe because that's the verbiage, that's the copyright. But in reality, it's the complete other end of the spectrum where it's a high risk. And I'm sure people like you would actually argue, you're probably surprised that it even lasted as long as it did, but it quickly came undone as soon as the Fed switched its tune.
Hi guys, welcome back to Marant's Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. We're going to have a conversation this Saturday, guys. I'll give you the rundown. It's going to be Martin Shkreli, it's going to be AMC, it's going to be HYMC, and then GameStop. So I will touch on all four categories today. Longer video than normal, but because I have a lot to talk about. So sit back, enjoy, and if you don't, well, then you're going to miss out on the real information, right? So here's how it works, guys. Martin Shkreli, who is he? Well, we know he's a short hedge fund guy. He started as a short hedge fund guy back in the day. Obviously got into pharmaceuticals, and they want to call him the pharma boy.
he did not go to prison for raising prices on pharmaceuticals. He went to prison for lying to investors. So he had two different fronts. You know, he had his pharmaceutical front, and then he had his short hedge fund on the side. And what they would do is they would actually they would buy orphan drugs, and they would go ahead and raise the price on orphan drugs, and that's how they were making money. But how did they buy the orphan drugs, right? Off the companies they bought them from. I mean, they would destroy these companies. They would short the companies. They would attack them via Seeking Alpha articles. He uses social media a lot to manipulate people and outcomes. That's what short hedge funds do. They manufacture outcomes. He's used to this. So he's been in the space for about 3 weeks now, 4 weeks after he got out of
propaganda.
prison. And everyone right
That was straight up propaganda.
away gave him a platform, which is kind of skeptical to me because Matthew Kohrs is one of the bigger voices out here in this community.
Not
he
anymore.
has access to multiple people. And Matt exploits Martin for the same reason Martin exploits Matt, for clicks. And when they do this, you put him on a soapbox on a platform and he can come out and say anything. So what do? They manufacture this fake, and I call it fake, but you can call it real all you want, this trading competition. And right away it's, hey, I can make money faster than you. I'm a real trader. And they're promoting this idea that day trading and gambling on the market is a normal practice. And it's a safe practice because that's what they do. And they're so good at it because they make money in an instant by betting on the market every day. And it's a risky thing to do. It's a risky thing to do when you have a tremendous amount of influence. It's an irresponsible thing to do. But, you know.
Well, particularly when your viewers are, uninformed. But, yeah, I don't know.
It's your money. It's to each his own. You're an adult. You don't have to listen or whatever it may be. That's not the truth. I mean, you have influence. So let's go back to what they said. They said, we're going to go and see who can make money first. $50,000, the fastest. So then you see this tweet come out yesterday, and the tweet says, long AMC and ready to beat the shit out of Matt Kohrs in the trading competition. When it starts, you'll be able to watch us trade live on Twitch or whatever and track each other's trade. I'm pumped. But you see, he says he's long AMC. So being long on something by definition is over a year. You think he's going to hold AMC for a year?
No.
That's how you're going to...
That's not what he means. He means he's holding the shares in a long position as opposed to being short AMC. Okay.
Double your money.
Okay.
That's what he's telling you. So I'm okay with it if he really believed it. Right? Like if he really came out and he said, yes, this is what I believe. It's a great company, has a great business model, I'm in. But when you say it's a competition, whoever can raise the money the fastest, are you really long? All right. I'll draw back on that.
Well, if you buy... Yeah, he doesn't know the different definition of long and short.
I want to do this for you, Martin.
Wow.
This is his Reddit post 4 days ago. Reddit post 4 days ago says AMC first impressions. And his first impressions, as you guys read this, you guys can go look it up yourself, is he says, I'm sorry to say it, but it's not short. And they're not going to attack the price. And price discovery is not going to increase this beyond $20. Okay. He says value correctly. Says he did 15 hours of research. Says he did 5 hours on GameStop. Way to do your due diligence. A lot of us did over a year and a half of research.
Year and a half of research, and where did it get you? That's pretty sad.
A lot of us know exactly what we're looking at, and we've come to the same conclusion. You know what his conclusion was? AMC will not be profitable and make large amounts of money for over a decade. They've got to dig their way out of this old paper, as they call it, to new paper. And that means readjust these loans, consolidate your debt, figure it out. You couldn't do that in this environment if you wanted to. Certainly not with the interest rates, what they are today. But these guys owe money, period. So the covenants don't allow them to issue out dividends and the whole nonsense that any investor would want you to stay invested with this company. So he put this piece of FUD out there. And he said it's going to be worth more than $20.
Yeah, anything that doesn't come to the same conclusion as FUD. Let's see here. See if I can find that. I don't trust that guy's even. I don't even trust his summary of it. Here we go. Okay. The TLDR is that both stocks are approximately fairly valued. Most stocks, 90% in my opinion, are fairly valued by the market. The market is quite efficient. If you find yourself unearthing great opportunities, every time you look at a stock, you're doing it wrong. Very cheap or very expensive stocks only appear rarely, and those opportunities don't last long. In hindsight, it's very easy to say, well, Tesla was really undervalued for a while. Sure, but the risk-adjusted investment thesis wasn't obvious at that time. To me, AMC is funny because neither the bulls nor the bears are exactly right. The bears are missing the obvious. This was a fairly profitable company with an actually decent business model that will return to its former self. Sure, the financials right now are really ugly, but they have weathered the worst of it and have been able to refinance their very expensive paper. With the apes in town, AMC should literally have no problem accessing cheaper money. So the stock isn't going to two. Sorry, shorts. I will be sharing models and notes at some point soon. The bulls also have it wrong, though. The value of the company is limited by the somewhat small and competitive space of box office. The U.S. box office is only so big, and AMC's share can only be so big before our favorite useless government agency, useless U.S. government agency, squawks about monopoly. I don't see that happening with this, but so admission revenue can only ever really be $3 to $4 billion. Admissions margins aren't that bad, nor is the food and beverage it comes with. The base business is fairly easy to value, and as I mentioned, nearsighted bears forget the simple fact. 800 million EBITDA in 2018 is fairly juicy if we can return to that. I think we will. But Aron does not strike me as an incredible CEO who can transform or extend the business. The Wycroft deal, in my eyes, is embarrassing and will not result in value creation. The other expansion plans are more reasonable but still risky. If you think Aron can pull off multiple expansions and adjacencies into adjacencies flawlessly, you will be rewarded. If you model a normal probability of success and risk in those efforts, you get fair value. There is no free lunch here. The other thing that bears miss is short sellers are not some value creation tool. While some short-term hijinks may very well exist, they do not really impact price. Why not? Price discovery includes long sellers, which dwarf short sellers. Put the bullshit of synthetic shares and other non-existent creations out of your mind. Is this a stock you want to buy because you're getting it for less than the price a normal buyer, say Warren Buffett, KKR, etc., would pay for the company in an auction? That's all that matters. To me, the answer to this question is that if an auction to buy AMC were held today, buyers would pay the approximate market price. I don't know if this is supposed to be bears or bulls here. I don't know. Rough price target $11 based on 7% discount rate as revenues return to $5 billion, growing to $7 billion towards the end of the decade. I'm assuming the company returns peak EBITDA. It's possible there's slight upside to this, and I will provide updates soon, but I don't see 20 or anything as even possible unless Aron pulls off several tricky execution milestones. So that's what was actually said. I wish he went into GameStop, but
in the same breath, in the same keystroke, within the next 3 days, he says he's going long on it. And this is how he's going to make back double his money faster than Matthew Kohrs. Makes no sense other than to say that he has been planted into this community. I'm going to speak right now from the top of my brain about how I feel about it. Martin Shkreli is a felon. He's known to lie.
So is
to
Lou.
Investors.
So is fucking Lou. And he has more subscribers and views than you do. So what?
He might be some Robin Hood hero to some pharmaceutical people where he exposed that drug prices get raised all the time. And what's the big deal? He's not even affecting that market by raising one drug X amount of times. It's not even about that. Who are you? What's the fabric of you? Where do you come from? You're a short hedge fund.
Yes.
You're now telling people
you are scum. You have no value.
Long on something, which you might be on your public account. Are you short something on your private account? Like, you're getting people to hold it, and you're encouraging that. Compound that with social media, Reddit, YouTube, anyone out there telling you the same thing. Now let's jump into something. Martin, first thing is, I don't believe you. I don't trust you. I could never trust you. That's how business works. And you probably don't want me to. You don't want people like me, people that ask questions, people that know exactly what the hell they're talking about when it comes to these companies that we've studied the P&L, right? What you care about, supposedly.
Studied the P&L.
But guys,
you've studied the P&L. Okay. I don't think you have.
The crazy part is this. You know this whenever you go into a Twitter Spaces call and he tries to control the call, where he wants to be in charge and be the host and mute you if you start asking questions. There's a lot of questions to ask. Like, can you officially trade? I saw an SEC filing that says you couldn't. Now you can. Why do you keep using other people's, Twitters, like the alias of someone else? You have access to more people that way, not your own. You want to start from scratch? Start from scratch. I'm sure people want to follow you. There's a lot of things that I don't trust. And this paper that he wrote, if he believed in
MOASS, he trusts.
Then 4 days later, he says he's going long on it, and that's how he's going to make his money short term. It's all contradicting. Be very careful. Let's go to Adam Aron.
Jesus.
Adam Aron did something totally different. Adam Aron goes on to Twitter, and I'll pull it up. I don't care. Adam Aron goes on to Twitter, and he writes right here, there's something special going on for AMC Insider Investor Connect members who earlier this year claimed their first I own AMC. What makes you think that they own Hycroft Mining as well? Like, nothing. Nothing makes you think they own Hycroft Mining. No, it's people's prerogative to go own it. If they own AMC, yes, but they inherently don't own Hycroft just because they own AMC. But by doing it this way, you're encouraging people to go invest and buy Hycroft Mining. And you're somehow saying it's a profitable company, which it's not. It's not made $1. Since 2018, when they ceased operations. Yes, 2018, guys. They stopped all mining activities in 2018. That's not by like some stroke of luck. That's 4 years ago. You're buying into a dormant gold mine. Yes, there might be gold down in that bottom of that hill. There might be. How are you going to extract it? Oh, but they partnered up with Eric Sprott. Eric Sprott owned the debt. That's all he did. He owned the debt on that mining company. You know what Eric Sprott did a week ago? He sold 5 million shares. The biggest transaction they've had in the history for $6.4 million. And you're like, well, that's not a lot, Marantz. It's a damn lot. AMC got the whole position of 23 million shares via warrants. They can't even exercise the warrants because they have to hold more than half. That's the agreement for X amount of time. Now, in addition to that, they bought them at 119. 119 a share. Do you know what the stock price is right now for HYMC? Forget the earnings report, what he said last month or 2 months ago, where he said, we're up 64%, for $64 million on unrealized gains. There's no such thing as unrealized gains. It's either there's gains and there's not. Either you sold or you didn't, and you didn't. But Eric did. The other half of the equation sold his shares while you're still holding AMC. And Adam Aron comes out with this to get you to buy back in. And why? Because it hit under $1. It hit 98 cents this week. It's at $1.02. You think that's a good price? No, they're still diluting their shares even now. You're buying Eric Sprott's shares, as a matter of fact. It's a bad investment. Yes, it's gonna be proven to that. And that's the problem I have. Adam puts out these tweets to get you to hold. Then he tells you he's not going to pounce for a whole month. What is pounce? Why do you tell me to read between the lines? The whole point of read between the lines is you don't say it. It's like this spoken riddle. But instead, he'd rather string you along. String you along until what? What's been happening? No one is going to make money off this unless they get out. And I know, you call me FUD all you want. Call me FUD all you want, guys. I do this for you. I don't do it for me.
Well, he's not exactly right when he says nobody's going to make money. I mean, Adam Aron did, and the YouTubers do. But we know what he means.
I got out last year. But I don't let lies just slide like this. This guy is going to keep just tap dancing around the whole thing. What pounce do you think is going to happen? I've got people saying gold-backed NFTs. What gold are you talking about? Because they put it in gold? If I give you something shiny, do you just stay quiet? When kidnappers kidnap you, what do they use? Candy. They use something to get your attention.
That's what he uses.
It's all lip service, man. I wish you guys the best, but I'm not taking that candy and I'm not taking this NFT gold. You're never going to get me this way. It is not real, guys. The fees they pay to Wax, the partnership they've developed, and that you will in turn pay. If you don't understand NFTs and what layer 2 is versus layer 1, there's so much he doesn't understand. I wish you the best of luck with the hundreds of millions of dollars that he has earmarked for his next acquisition. His acquisitions are making $0 for his investors. Additionally, the company itself has paid zero debt. They're not paying any debt at all. There's a cash burn. But I don't think people understand what profitability really means.
Why would they pay the debt anyway?
By the way, AMC, good luck. I mean that. I really do. GameStop cut out all the fat. They're making changes.
Oh, yeah.
And they're for the better of the business. They really are. It doesn't cost them anything to make these changes. They're actually saving money. To be more nimble, to be liquid, to be fluid, to have zero debt, $1 billion cash on hand. Burn it off this quarter. Burn off a little more. Burn off a little more. Whatever it takes. But you'll hear the word profitability. It will happen. They will be profitable.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're still talking. Oh, it will happen. It will happen. It will happen in the future. It's going to be that NFT market, man. That's going to be it because, you know, NFTs, yes.
You have a week to get a share. To get whatever shares you're going to get, they're going to give you 3 additional shares for that. The stock split via dividend payout is the smartest move I've seen a chairman of the board make.
Oh my God. Shorts. Of course. Of course. Oh, to combat shorts. Okay, tell us how.
I would rather do that than come out here and just do the song and dance with advertising, glitz and glamour. They used to do this, guys, in the 40s. They used to do it in the 30s. It's called propaganda. You just sprinkle it out there and you confuse the people. Well, I'll keep beating the drum over here on this side. And brick by brick is no exaggeration. I'll get 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 until we have them all.
Mm-hmm.
Know what you hold. GameStop has an NFT marketplace going live this month. They have a stock split going out.
Yep.
Cutting out the fat. They're becoming more fluid.
Yes, the fat's cutting itself out. All the fucking employees are quitting because it's a shitty company to work for. And you're like a year too late on the NFT marketplace. That's going to be a huge liability. What good is that going to do?
It's just a ninja. They're a damn enigma on this damn market. And it's going to be great. That's my Saturday conversation. Whole lot of truth. No financial advice. But I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm buying GameStop every day until I can.
No shit. We knew that.
Enjoy your weekend. I try to tell these guys.
He's like, it's so draining telling the truth.
There's some people you can't save. People tell me I'm just beating a dead drum. But I don't quit. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. Do your homework, millionaires. Do your homework.
God.
Peace.
Jesus Christ. Garbage. Yeah, nobody cares about NFTs. Okay, let's look at the futures market, and then we'll probably wrap this up pretty soon. So we got oil clawing its way back up, and natural gas seems to be holding at this higher-ish level. So we had 4 days of gains last week in the equities. Short week, post-holiday week. So it's kind of typically an up week, I guess. But now we're out of that. We got earnings coming up this week, starting this week. We'll see what happens, right? So let's see here. I got one other thing here. So I found this article the other day. Like to load anytime. Okay, here we go. So it's actually from June 14th. It was in the New York Times. I just printed it or saved it as PDF. But in here, so it's talking about all the crypto winter stuff. But there's one section here I thought was interesting. Okay. The pullback in the crypto ecosystem illustrates the precariousness of the structure built around these risky and unregulated digital assets. The total value of the crypto market has dropped by about 65% since autumn, and analysts predict the sell-off will continue. Stock prices of crypto companies have cratered. Retail traders are fleeing, and industry executives are predicting a prolonged slump that could put more companies in jeopardy. The tide has gone out on crypto, and we're seeing that many of these businesses and platforms rested on shaky and unsustainable foundations, said Lee Reiners, former Federal Reserve official who teaches at Duke University Law School. The music has stopped. Cryptos are digital coins exchanging networks of computers that verify transactions rather than by a centralized entity like a bank. For years, they have been marketed as a hedge against inflation caused by central banks flooding the economy with money. Bitcoin, the most valuable cryptocurrency, has a built-in limit to its supply. But now with stocks crashing, interest rates soaring, and inflation high, cryptocurrency prices are also collapsing, showing they have become tied to the overall market. And as people pull back from crypto investments, the outflow is exposing the unstable foundations of many of the industry's most popular companies. More than 62 crypto startups are now worth $1 billion or more, according to CB Insights, a firm that tracks private financing. Last year, the industry received more than $25 billion in venture funding across roughly 1,700 deals, according to research from The Block. OpenSea, the largest marketplace for the unique digital images known as non-fungible tokens, reached a staggering $13 billion valuation, and Wall Street banks such as JP Morgan Chase, which previously shunned crypto assets, and Fortune 500 companies like PayPal rolled out crypto offerings. Many of these companies are equipped to survive a downturn in crypto prices, but cutbacks are likely to continue as they adjust their strategies after years of excessive growth. Although the most vulnerable may be startups that launch their own cryptocurrencies as prices plummet across the board. Some industry experts have long said the exuberant growth of the last 2 years wasn't going to last forever, comparing it to the late 90s dot-com boom. At the time, dozens of dot-com companies were going public amid hysteria over the early promise of the internet, even though a few of them made money. When confidence evaporated in the early 2000s, many of the dot-coms went bust, leaving the biggest, such as eBay, Amazon, and Yahoo, standing. This time, investors predict there will be more survivors, and so on and so on. So, just thought that was interesting, talking about crypto being a hedge against inflation, but not really. And then also all of the institutional money that is now in crypto. What is the point now? Kind of my point. So it's not inflation proof, and increasingly, and especially when Citadel, Ken Griffin, etc., become involved, just going to be another Wall Street pawn, essentially, that will be controlled by institutions. So it seems like, it'll be an interesting period, at least, to see what happens. But yeah, FTX stopped paying YouTubers to pump their exchange. I saw that. Well, it's interesting, Model 3 dude, because Jeremy put out I just saw this actually on Chris Norland channel earlier. So Jeremy put out that video saying that he cut ties with FTX, and it turns out that FTX actually had cut ties with all of their, as Manny said, they stopped paying YouTubers to pump their exchange. So he lied about that, and then he took the video down. Video's down, but if you go to Chris Norland, he's got a clip of it. So that was interesting. I mean, it's not surprising. Guy's an idiot. But it is yep, I lied and tried to hide that one right there. Oh, you did see it. Okay. Cool. All right. All right.
Check this out. A Citadel report. Check this out. Welcome Joe Renison, the veteran financial reporter, joins at times an important moment for markets and the economy. He says, Joe comes to us from Financial Times, where he has covered the beat for the past 7 years, most recently as the paper deputy's U.S. market editor. Joe has written about every aspect of markets, from derivatives to treasuries to junk bonds, and followed the rise of electronic trading. Over the past year, he was a part of the FT's team, covering the meme stock craze. In particular, his story on the hedge fund and trading giant Citadel shows how market reporting goes well beyond the daily ups and downs of trading. Joe is joining us at a pivotal moment, just as the Federal Reserve embarks on its campaign to combat inflation by raising interest rates sharply, stirring fears of recession, causing new volatility in the markets. He will now be part of Preeta's team, but now does work with reporters and editors across business. Think about this, right? He wrote a story on the hedge fund trading giant Citadel, showing how markets reports goes well beyond the daily ups and downs of trading. Now, this comes to show you that a lot of people in the markets actually know what Citadel is doing. Are they going to talk about it? Probably not. And the reason is that most of them are actually in their pockets, right? Hedge funds are in their pockets, and at the end of the day, how many people can get paid by these hedge funds? Whether it's $500,000, $1 million, $2 million, $5 million, $10 million
what
each.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Right. And it kind of shows us how much power they really have and how much power the people around them have and especially
Probably
around
not.
the market, right? They're basically taking over everything, making
Taking
sure
over
they are
everything.
right and making sure that they
What the fuck are you
get
talking
the
about?
last say. Of course, guys, this is not a good thing, right? The Citadel hedge fund is somebody that has been corruption, that has been manipulated, that has wholeheartedly taken over the whole entire market as if it was their
What
own.
are you?
Is that
Oh
okay?
my God.
I think not, right? I do want to know what you guys think down in the comments down below, but Citadel's ups and downs.
So
and
it says
everything they
former
do
Citadel
could
employee
all
exposes
lead
Ken Griffin.
to the
It said
end
nothing of the
every-
sort in this fucking clip here, in this article, blurb, whatever the fuck it is. He wrote an article about Citadel. Jesus Christ. Nobody even bothered to comment. It's all these spams. Wow. Jesus Christ. That's the state of AMC at this point. Clickbait articles, videos with blatantly incorrect or fraudulent titles. And in 2 hours, not a single person has bothered to even call him out on it in the comments. In fact, nobody even bothered to comment, except for spam. That's what this has become. Yet, 484 people viewed it. What a joke. Or stock split, and he's looking at the Motley Fool. Cool. Here's a price prediction from lottery stocks. All right.
Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, had a long weekend, but I'm hopefully getting this video out to you guys before Monday. And hopefully you can see this before Monday. We're going to be talking about AMC's breakouts and how we can actually get a good breakout with the week coming. So if it sounds like something you're interested in, please consider smashing that like button and hitting that subscribe button to join the fam.
Well, there's
Without
one
further ado,
way.
let's get right into the video. So first things first, I wanted to take a look at a few indicators. On the 45-minute chart, it looks like the RSI has to cool off a bit on AMC. But I also wanted to point out that each time AMC does cross above $20, which is a number that I've said in the past for us to actually have an extreme breakout, and it's kind of a psychological number. You know, you look at your phone and you see AMC back in the 20s. A lot of people are going to be buying in. A lot of people are going to be thinking, okay, now is the time where I'm not going to miss the train anymore. And it just so happens that's where the RSI gets a bit oversold at. Now I'm going to bring us over to the 4-hour time frame real quick. Actually, let's bring us over to the weekly real quick so we can check out these Bollinger Bands. I wanted to talk real quick on this and just say that when the Bollinger Bands contract is when we saw that move to 20, and then they contracted again a bit here. Even on the daily, you can tell. Before we had this run up to $70, they contracted pretty heavily, and right now we're in that contraction phase. So this is pretty interesting to see. And you can pile everything in and, you know, speculate as much as you want.
So,
but you'll never
so contraction in Bollinger Bands equals a breakout. Okay.
never know for sure if we're actually getting this move. But one thing I can tell you is the S&P 500 rallying with AMC will definitely continue to get us a move. What we have that can kind of tell where we're going to go come Monday is the FOMC meeting. It's at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Standard, so right after market close. This is the selected interest rates that are going to be stated, and I think this is going to move the market after hours or before. And seeing that this is actually after the market closes, a lot of people could be doing some things. So as you all know, a lot of people have insider trading.
What is that? These kids, man. No, there's no FOMC. Whatever.
Again, it's not legal, but you see the market, you know, move up and down about 20 to 30 minutes before these meetings actually comes out. So it seems like people either know what's going to happen or are just playing it safe. So with that being said, if people are
or it's algos
expecting, or institutions are expecting interest rates to be good, the market to get a rally, or just to clear some uncertainty, you could see a rally in AMC come Monday.
Oh, come
now
on.
for a little bit of the
God.
technical side of things, I'm going to bring us over to the 45-minute chart, and I'm going to bring the drawings back in here. So what we have drawn out is something pretty simple, and there is a way we got this. We stated this in Friday's video. I believe I put out a small video on Friday.
Probably did. Why wouldn't you? All right. July 26, 27. So no, that whole thing. This is a conclusion, you know, a conclusion in search of justification. AMC is going to go up. Let me see what I can find to justify that. Oh, whatever the hell this was. Whatever the hell that was. Where was it? Here it is. Of course you can't see. Of course you can't tell. I guess it's on the Fed, but this is not like these happen, like whatever these are, every day. Meanwhile, the FOMC meetings is the 26th. So, let's see here. Well, anyway. Yeah, no Fed meeting this week.
Right after market close, this is the selected interest rates that are going to be stated, and I think this is going
selected interest rates. Okay. All right, now we get this Uber Eats partnership.
That day he's going to pounce, but it won't be before that. Now, I wanted to talk about this. So, Aron, first of all, right, first come tomorrow. Let's clear this up. AMC partnered with Uber Eats to deliver popcorn and such snacks that they sell at the movie theater. So if this does well, that is already another increase in revenue for the company, right? Another side hustle for the company to engage in. With that being said, shout out to Stacks McGee. Company's profitability. The term black is used to refer to a company's profitability. A company is said to be in the black if it is profitable, or more specifically, if the company produces positive earnings after accounting for all expenses. Could it be? Question mark. So as you all know, Aron came out and with a new black NFT, Hycroft Mining. So
okay, now we're at the point. Oh my God. It's hard for me to even repeat this because it's so fucking stupid. But we know that that's not the case. Has AMC paid back the $5 million in debt that they owe? No? Guess what then? They're not fucking profitable. Oh my God. This has literally reached brain dead fucking status. This is brain dead. This is what it's like to be brain dead right here. Holy
so there is two thoughts here. They either A, could have hit some gold with their investment in Hycroft, or AMC is actually going to go positive this earnings. With that being said, you can throw a bunch of thoughts out there as to what Adam's pounce is going to be. Will it be a special dividend? Will it be a split? Will it be this, that, and the third?
No, it won't.
How are they going to clear this debt? But overall, that is the next thing I wanted to look at. I wanted to also say that shorts aren't ready for this to run. So I'm not going to promise right now that this next big rip is going to be to the limit, at least this week. And the reason I say that is because we ran up to 34 and we got
because you can't predict the price. Nobody can. And every time the people have tried to, they fucking failed.
Illegal shit happened in the background.
And it's always illegal shit happening.
You saw short exempt.
Should be illegal for you to make fucking videos.
And this, to me, shows that shorts are not ready at all. They're not ready at all. The government, DTC, whatever it may be, is not ready, as well as GameStop racked up on these short exempts. But overall, GameStop's looking well.
That matters.
AMC's looking well. I'm waiting for these levels to break for really, really short-term levels. I want AMC over $17. I think that's a nasty, nasty psychological level. And honestly, if we can break over 16 come Monday, that'll be super sick too. Depending on the volatility in the market Monday, which I do think is going to be high because of the FOMC meeting, you could just see some chop or retracement on AMC. Worst case scenario, coming back down to 1380 in my opinion, and any lower than that, SSR will probably be triggered off of my thoughts here. Yeah, any lower than that, SSR will be triggered, which is the short sale restriction rule. But overall, guys, I'm looking at a break over 16 bucks. And if we pop over to the 15-minute, a healthy retracement down to 1450 or 1430 is going to lead us for another rip. But that is what I got for you guys for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully, you know, you saw this before Monday, and I'm just glad I got to get this out to you guys.
Oh,
but
thank
that is
you.
it, guys.
Thank you
make
so
sure to
much
hit
for
the link
getting it
down
out.
below to become a member. Join the free Discord.
Your misinformation.
6 to 10 free stocks, free
oh yeah,
options,
don't forget
data, free.
Don't forget to do that. Good Lord. All right. Fun times. All right. All right, that's all I got time for tonight. Unless something else popped up. Citadel just lost everything. Oh, okay. All right, I got time for this. One more from fucking Shill Talk. Jesus Christ. This guy.
The hedge funds are losing it. Guys, every single hedge fund, or a corrupt fund, should I say, is starting to leave. And the question is, why? As you guys do know, Goldman Sachs is actually planning to leave to Texas. Check this out. In about 5 years, a gleaming new $500 million campus in central Dallas, a stone's throw from the home of the Mavericks basketball arena, will house thousands of Goldman Sachs Group Inc. staff. The bank, synonymous with Wall Street in New York, is not alone expanding in southern U.S. states at the time when social conservatives are unleashing a spate of restrictive laws on abortion and education, while knocking down barriers to gun control or using fossil fuels. Now, Charles Schwab last year left San Francisco for a new headquarters in Westlake, a Dallas suburb, while Vanguard Group is spending millions to establish an office in the area for financial advice and technology staff as well. So we got Charles Schwab, we got Vanguard, right? Both of them in which they are trying to move to Dallas, if not they have already done it. Now we have
says
the third
establish
hedge
an
fund.
office. Okay.
Goldman Sachs is also going to Texas, and then we have Citadel moving from Chicago to Miami. Suspicious, conflict of interest, something's going on here. Now guys, these two cities are starting to become increasingly significant financial hubs in the wake of the COVID pandemic, and the question for banks and money managers being pulled south by tax benefits and lower costs.
There you go.
So
there's what's wrong right there.
Climate will make it harder to attract and retain the highly educated, younger workers that they really need. For now, the signs are that money talks louder than politics. Texas has more than 4,500 corporate headquarters than any other state, even after it passed the most restrictive laws on abortion in the country more than a year ago, a Bloomberg News piece noted this week. Now, a local academic quoted in the article
because
laws will ultimately
it's such a fucking surprise that all that they fucking care about is money. Wall Street cares about making a profit. That's all they care about. Why is this even... Who's surprised here?
Innovation in the state, but there's an
yeah, they don't care about their people. They don't care that they're dragging their employees to literally another country. Well, it's like a whole other country.
Alternative view for corporate America. People will keep moving south. The graduates from the highly rated universities in Texas will build lives there, and economic growth will spur more wealth creation. Ultimately, the demographic facts on the ground will govern the political weather. In the near term, the battles between conservative politicians and some corporations whose staff skew more social liberal will likely get worse before they get better.
Think?
So we all know that everything in life, there's a reason, right? So they're supposedly trying to say that the reason why all these hedge funds are moving south at this time is because they're going to be saving money on taxes, and money talks, right? But I want to say is, wouldn't they have just done this years ago? Why would they be doing this at a time where they all do it together? And not only that, where after when the squeeze starts.
Huh?
They're trying to make us look like dumbasses, right? At the end of the day, why are they trying to save money?
No,
like at all?
You don't need any help making yourself look like an
Right?
idiot.
At the end of the day, these hedge funds have been making so much money, and they've been in these states for years and years and years, and now all of a sudden, 4 or 5 hedge funds are getting up and just going south. There's got to be something bigger than that. Whether it's a political issue, whether it's more manipulation, whether they're trying to find a way out, because guess what, right? Texas and Florida, they're literally right by the water. So if they really wanted to, they could take a boat. If they really wanted to, they can take a jet, a plane, whatever, and they're just out of the state within 10, 15, 20 minutes. And out of
all right, well, there's not even any point in commenting on that, but you know, he keeps saying hedge funds, hedge funds, hedge funds. The only hedge fund that was mentioned in here was Citadel, right? It's talking about, let's see, Goldman Sachs, Charles Schwab, Vanguard, Citadel. So it's not all hedge funds, and both states are by the water, so they could easily leave in a boat. I mean, come on.
Texas and Florida, they're literally right by the water. So if they really wanted to, they could take a boat. If they really wanted to, they can take a jet, a plane, whatever, and they're
so
just
again,
out of the state within 10,
they
15,
didn't
20
lose
minutes.
everything. They didn't lose everything. They actually lost nothing. Fucking shit. They're trying to figure out how to cut their workforce and the pay to the ones they have. Something like Home Depot did a while back, sat there and let people go that had a lot of time in the company, and then turned around, and if they wanted to come back to work a few months later, they turned around and brought them back at a beginning salary. Why would anybody do that? But why would anybody go back? But I mean, I guess the implication is they're trying to cut their they're moving to Texas to try to cut their workforce because people aren't going to want to move to Texas. I maybe could agree with that. All right. Model 3 dude. Where is it? Fuck. Here it is.
Roll another blunt, man.
Roll another blunt, man. These are good times. And look, it's almost recovered. It's almost recovered back where it opened. Stock market is full of shit. And so are the apes and the ape influencers. So we can't really extrapolate too much from this, but yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to see, I guess. I think it's going to be a down week, personally. I think we got earnings coming out. Shit is not getting better. Of course, Wall Street loves to do the exact opposite of what should be happening. So let's come out, bad economic data. Oh, let's short cover all fucking week. Yeah, good job. Good fucking job. Frustrating. Whatever. Crude oil's climbing.
You got a real bad temper. I got another woman that wants
Natural gas is up.
Out of sight, out of mind. Someplace I can't hear you whine.
Yeah, and who knows?
My chin is something you shouldn't be holding. You need to tuck
Let's see
your
here.
tail. You're a woman, but you think you're an alpha male till you're laying on the ground, bleeding like hell, begging the cops to take me to jail.
DWAC to the moon.
Selfish. When I open your legs, I smell fish. You talk too much to everybody. So flirtatious, so naughty.
The inverse moon, maybe. But hey, we'll see. We will see.
trust me, I don't trust you. Now what the fuck we supposed to do? You disrespectful.
All right. Everybody have a good night. Enjoy. Oh my God. Wow, he doesn't stop. Holy shit. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. Well, one of you guys can watch the video and let us know how it is in the Telegram chat. By the way, join the Telegram chat. Let's see here. I will. Oops. Oops. You're so annoying. So I invite everybody to join the Telegram group or the Discord. There's a Discord link in the description as well. So you can join either one of those or both of it. And stay in touch. And that's here. So we've got custom grifter stickers in there, and it's a lot of fun. So, all right, guys, get you later. See ya.